that's left for me is here in this eternity of isolation, isolation.
She is here, but I'm happy to speak to you first, I think. Is that alright? Alright. Alright. Um, so does that mean I should stop using the gel from tomorrow? Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, we were talking about that just earlier. She was saying she might struggle to get a pill prescription because of the situation. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of torn because I think keeping on using the gel would be good for its contraceptive properties, but if it's not giving me that contraceptive effect, then it makes it difficult because I take it you wouldn't be taking samples to take sperm counts after that. All right, great. Yeah, we didn't put a date in, did we? Oh, all right. Yeah, I think so. And what was the read on the first sample? You said that one was at 1.8 or 1.9, did you say? Really? Oh, no, no. Um, not showering more, definitely maybe sweating more, I suppose. Um, no, just the complete opposite. Sitting in a plastic sweaty chair most of the day. Mm. Were the weights on the pumps accurate as if the doses had been used? Yeah, I mean, I think the first one definitely I was using it at different times of day, um, but that was much less of an issue more recently. I've got quite into the routine. Oh yeah, do you want to speak to John about getting the pill?
Yeah, yeah, that'd be good.
I'll just pass you over.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be good. Thank you. I'll just pass you over.
Hello. I'm okay. How are you? Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We spoke about it. Yeah. At the start, before we started on the trial, I was on Rigividon, and I was quite happy on that. That was always fine. So I think I'd be happy to go back onto that again. Yeah, that would be the preference. Mm-hmm. In the last, oh, I went in. Yeah, I went in for an ECG. Less definitely less than a year ago because I was having palpitations, but that was like that's stress related or something. And my blood pressure was fine. Yeah. No, I don't. No, no, nothing like that. No, no, nothing like that. Nope. Yeah, that makes sense. I think there was one other thing I want to ask about with the. You said that they would test you would test pulse sperm up till when it's above 15, and then that was kind of the end point. But what was his sperm count quite high above 15, and would you check it until it goes back to what it was before the study, or is there like a 6 months in the future date where you check it like after ages to check if it's gone back to what it was in the beginning? Okay, right. What did he say to you on the phone?
My count was 1.8 million sperm per milliliter.
And the one before that was 3.
Yeah.
That's awful high.
Yeah.
Okay, I think if they're going to pay us the whole amount either way, then you should just keep taking the gel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts as well.
Yeah. We might as well. What else are we doing? But if you get really sick of the side effects, just stop taking it. I think, even if you take it for a month extra, that's another month data for them. And if you're like, I
That's
don't,
what he was looking at.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I have got a little bit of fear. He was saying that there's like a withdrawal that you're likely to experience.
What's that like?
Low energy, low mood. Possible other side effects.
Get you lots of cans of sugar-free Monster. Hello. So it's the end of a few days. We had a really amazing weekend with Josie's birthday and getting to see Lindsay and going to Crammond and everything. Super nice. And then today got a bit weird because we had that kind of bad news from the medical trial people. So I'll explain that a little bit better now. Basically, what happened was, as you saw, Paul got a phone call and it's about what's happening with the trial. So the first day we went in, that was Friday, Josie's birthday, and they phoned us later on that day and they were like, hey, Paul's sperm count has gone up above the limit of acceptability. Like, it's too high for us to be confident that it's effective contraceptive. And it was still low, but it was not low enough. That their bottom limit is 1 million sperm per whatever, don't know the measurement, but 1 million anyway. That's the number, but it was 3 million that day. And they were like, what we're gonna do is leave it a couple days, and then take another sample on Monday, and then if it's gone back down again, then we're fine, and if it's not gone back down again, then we need to reconsider what's happening. So Paul had to give another sample on today, but the doctor just came to the house to pick it up, so he came to the house in the morning. And they called us, and that was what you saw. That was the call where they said basically that the result was 1.8 instead of below 1, and that it was still too high, and that they were worried about why that was, and they don't know what's going on. But they need to change what's happening now. So basically what they're going to do is move us to the next phase of the trial. So there's 3 stages. There's the suppression stage, something like that, and that's where you start taking Paul starts taking the gel, putting the gel on his shoulders. That takes 6 months, where they keep monitoring you until it's down to below 1, and then once it's below 1, you use it as your only contraceptive for a year, for 12 months, and then see how it goes, and you get constantly monitored for your blood and your hormones and your cholesterol, and Paul gets big time blood tests, and they keep taking samples to make sure that the sperm count is low, in the low limit. So we were about halfway through that stage. We'd done about 6 months. We did the 6 months of the first stage and then 6 months of the second stage. And they were like, we're just going to move you to the third stage. So they've cut the middle stage in half. And that moves us back into the recovery stage, which is where Paul stops taking it. And then his sperm count goes back to normal again. But what we're going to do is, because Paul's halfway through a cycle of using the gels, he's just going to keep using it up until he runs out of the drugs that he has, because even though they know that it's not working enough as a contraceptive. Basically, I think maybe the dose that they're giving him is just too low. They still want to test the safety of it, the side effects and the safety. So if Paul's going to keep taking it for another few weeks until his medicine runs out, and then just keep noting like side effects and anything like that. If he gets like tiredness or whatever, it doesn't matter. And then they still get that data, and that's really useful data to them. And we, in the meantime, because we know it's not working properly, have to use other contraceptives. So I have to go back on the pill again. And the doctor gave me a prescription because I was like, how am I going to get a prescription because I can't see my GP? So he wrote me a prescription. Yeah, so a bit crazy. And I was obviously kind of worried, like, are we still going to get paid? And like, what's going to happen? But we are still going to get paid. We're getting paid the full amount. There's no issues with that. Like, we've taken fairly serious risks signing up for the trial, like risking an unplanned pregnancy. That would be really bad if that happened, that's a big thing to commit to. And obviously Paul's health, because he might have had side effects from the medication that made him sick, or something like that. But the doctors explained it really thoroughly to us how it's going to work the next stage, the recovery stage, and they're going to totally make sure that he's okay and that his sperm count goes back to normal before they'll stop seeing us. Yeah, so we're quite happy to just go ahead with it. We're going to get paid half the money, £750 now, and then the other half at the end when we're done. So it's £1,500 in total, and we're just going to put that in a savings account. Paul wants it to be a baby fund for when we do decide that we want to have a baby on purpose, which is really cute. But we don't want to have babies right now. Now's not the right time. Yeah, I think that's everything to do with that. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. I've spoken too much, but I've had a nice couple of days, and I'll come back to speak to you another couple of days. Okay.